is missing, and the consumers, the passengers, are going to be more. So is this a reason for India and many carriers in the world to look at their business model and say, there is a need for redesign? Almost 2% of top 20 airlines account for 85% of the airline industry net profit. Take North America out, IATA's forecast will drop still bleeding all over the world. Just 2% of the airlines make money. Rest of them continuously lose money. Obviously, they are continuing to operate because of various reasons. Their combined revenue share is less than 50%. The majority of these airlines are commercial customers. So when IATA gives an industry forecast, and we have our friends in IATA, it's primarily talking about 2% airlines are profitable, rest of them are not profitable. And that's a problem. And that problem can always remain if there is not a redesign, fundamental redesign of companies. In addition to that, what you're seeing in America is consolidation for highest order. So they become investment grade airlines. You're seeing consolidation in Europe now, whether it's IAG, Lufthansa, Air France-KLM. That's one way of bringing some profitability. But broadly, very few airlines make money, the rest of them will change. This is, we have to decide. 2019, obviously, two airlines accounted for 86% of the revenues. This is a slide to show which are these airlines which are consistently profitable. Ryanair, Southwest, JetBlue, Singapore Airlines, Japan Airlines, Delta, British Airways, Lufthansa. Few top names. Air China, Emirates, Indigo. A few people consistently making operating profits. Because below the line item, it's a very different ballgame to show many other inputs. So broadly, very few airlines are profitable. So successful transformation, delivering sustainable performance with continuous improvement require critical building blocks, objectives, software capabilities, intent, a strong digital and data foundation. So what is the transformation that we are talking about? One is that we are going to talk throughout this 2 days about digital transformation. But overall, we are talking about a business transformation. What is the goal of this presentation and this conference? Is to primarily demonstrate that business transformation is now likely to succeed than it was before. But before that, and you have all of you are very learned audience here, but I'm just reiterating that if you have a clear objective in terms of clear vision and strategy, customer vision and focus, employee vision and focus, natural goals, matrices, continuous improvement agenda, innovation agenda, and more. These objectives are the first broad fundamentals that will make the transformation possible. Look at the other part, which is software capabilities, which are customer centricity, including in-depth understanding of customers, the demographics and psychographics, governance, culture, leadership and management management, depth and alignment, agility. This is two building blocks if you have to have sustainable transformation. And this goes for every airline, even for profitable airlines, because when airlines are profitable, many things are overlooked. And we have an example of Jet Airways. We did a case study on it, that one of the top airlines in the world didn't look at fundamental aspects of their objectives, didn't build the software capabilities that are required. Obviously, we know what happened. So it's across all airlines. And obviously, it has to be enabled by state-of-the-art and data transformation. And my colleague Parvati will talk about that. That if you have the clear objectives, you have the software capabilities, now it is possible because the digital architecture are available. And we are going to have leaders who talk about flight ops, we talk about maintenance, we talk about ancillaries, revenue management, across all the value chain, how digital is transformed. But clear objectives, software capabilities, but more important is that we have the state-of-the-art digital capabilities for business transformation. The second thing, which is what we had advised in the airline recently, a couple of years back, is that subsequently each business function department has to be aligned to the overall objectives, capabilities, and the digital and data agenda of the airline. If you look at the front end, whether it is sales, marketing, and distribution, airlines are not having most of it on their platform. And this engagement, whether who is your customer, how do you get his knowledge if you are really wanting to build ancillaries or transfer? Because the psychograph, we may have demographics, and I'm not sure that demographics are also there. That OTA shared some demographic data, but I'm not sure the psychographic data So you don't have that front-end platform. And the back-end platform, whether it is RM, network planning, maintenance, ground ops, white ops, finance, safety, HR, they are fragmented. So on revenue management, you will have its own technology, network planning. You don't have one common view of the front-end and back-end. And creating that interplay between the front-end and back-end functions to enable dynamic, real-time information and insights and availability in a programmed way to achieve business goals and outcomes. One example, the aircraft lands at 9:10. Baggage comes at 10 o'clock. By the time the passenger goes at 11, nobody in the system knows there is congestion in the busing. There's congestion in the busing queues. Nobody's aware. If you bring a platform where even your partners come together, and this is one platform for front and back end, and very seamlessly integrates, you would have the business outcomes and business goals will be achieved. So that's all from my side. Before I ask my colleague Pankaj to come present, our whole purpose of this digital transformation is business transformation. And I will take you across to the slide that will show that today, because of the digital architecture, obviously a lot is happening, there will be some hype, but in most of the cases, if applied in a structured way, the outcomes along with clear objectives and software capabilities would, along with the digital architecture, enables a business redesign to happen. And that business redesign is critical for markets like India because we have lost over $20 billion since the privatization started. And if we have to basically make sure that the capital is not wasted, that the transformation of the business redesign is fundamental. And we hope, ladies and gentlemen, that starting with this platform and our plan over the year, which will culminate, as we said, next year, that the culture of this transformation starts becoming deeper into our innovation system. Thank you very much, and I